Hello, everyone. Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. Keep those assignments rolling in. Today, this week, you have to get the, well, let's just go take a look, shall we? We're going to share screen. We're going to go to the desktop, and then I'm just going to buzz over to our modules, which I hope you're paying attention to. This week, what you have to do is, let's see. You've done the rough draft, so now you're just going to do P is for positivity. Those are study questions, and all you're going to do is answer them. And remember, that article is more difficult than you think. It's not about, looking at the positive side. It's about the way in which information is presented, and the order in which it's presented changes how people interpret the content of it. And it's very scientific and logical. You have to really read it specifically. So don't be fooled by the seemingly simple title. Okay, so, and then you can use that in your essay. So now the final draft of your first essay, second essay is due on Friday. And so Friday it's due, and you've already seen the assignment. So we'll take one more look at it. It's been altered ever so slightly. I've been revising it to just make it more and more clear. We've got an example using two sources. There's a revision checklist, and then it has suggestions of from groups to choose two texts. Now remember, you're mostly writing about one, and then you bring in the other one in one of your analysis paragraphs, and you will have to introduce it in the MLA way. So those are the groupings. And then remember, here is the suggested organization. So some of you, I would say maybe a third of you will really benefit by just strictly following the organizational strategy with an introduction, which is not a summary. It doesn't discuss the text. It's just your own kind of fun way of getting us involved in the topic. And you have to kind of know where you're going and make it interesting, and look at all the examples and the description. So if you click on introduction, it'll give you information about how to write an introduction, which you've practiced, and most of you have a pretty good idea at this point. Then summary is the next part of the main text. And then there, if you click on that, it gives you those slides that show you a summary. And then two analysis paragraphs. Now, again, click on the link, and then you'll go to writing focused paragraphs. So here we have a little bit more discussion about how to introduce the second text. So make sure that you are reading the instructions. This has been kind of a problem for the people who are having more difficulty. Their relationship to the instruction and the instructions is a little strained, or they're trying to get in and get out as fast as possible without really absorbing the information. Remember, this is what you would get in a classroom, where we kind of go over it and then we'd look at an example, and you'd be forced to do it in a classroom because you'd be trapped in the room. So when you have the option to click, when entertainment is just a click away, it's a little bit more difficult. So, hey, got to read the instructions. I know it's hard. You can do it. Okay, so here's an example of bringing in the main text. The second text. All right, so make sure you read. It's a single point analysis paragraph which incorporates the second text. So there you have it. There's an example that does it for you, and you can even use these two texts if it gives you an idea. So pay careful attention to the instructions and the links that help you out there. So the other thing I do want to just emphasize to you is, here we have the very first, the essential resources. I ordered them in a little bit a different way, but here we have summary, MLA basics, the rubric, writing focused paragraphs, revise, how to do a works cited. It has a lot of things that should be helpful to you in writing this. So remember, if you're not going to go to the Writing Center, the tools are here for you. But I still encourage you, if you're having trouble, especially with logical sequencing of sentences, if you just want someone to kind of, read it with you and make sure that your thinking and your writing are in alignment. Sometimes you're kind of thinking as you're writing and it isn't fully baked by the time I get it. It's still in sort of the formation stage. So you want to have gone through it a few times to iron out. Oftentimes I'll write and then I'll be like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Or wait, I'm thinking something else that makes more sense. And then I'll put that in. But it's kind of a process of going around and around. So 2 assignments for this week. One is due tomorrow, Wednesday. And then the other one is due Friday, and that's the final. So I gave you a little extra time to work on that final version of Essay 2. All right, everybody. Good luck, and use the resources that are here as best you can. It'll really help you out, but try not to just go, well, I kind of remember doing it a certain way from, back in, a couple of years ago, and I'll throw that out there and see if it sticks. Well, it's not going to stick. 9 times out of 10, it does not have any adhesive qualities whatsoever. So make sure that you're making sense, read your papers out loud, buddy up, read it to somebody else, make sure that it's all making sense, chugging along as you go. All right. Hopefully you will rise to the occasion and paper 2 will be even better than paper 1. All right. Good luck.